What's up? I'm Matt.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is the Highly Recommended Podcast.
We went on vacation and then trying to get back in the routine of things, coming back from vacation, still had the kids home. But now we are ready to get back into it. What have we been up to?
I went down to Springfield, Missouri to see Josh Heinrich, 77 Jefferson, Skillinja perform at the Treehouse Lounge. It's just outside of Springfield, Missouri. It's in Nixa, Missouri. It's the first and only cannabis lounge in Missouri, to my knowledge. Super cool place. Once you've checked in, you're greeted by the front desk, if you want to call it that. They've got a little bar there, and you can take dabs. They have a bar where they're serving all sorts of different cannabis. That was cool. And the show itself, it's a perfect setting for that. It was just a wide open room and a stage off to the one side, so all the people had plenty of standing room.
It sounds so cool. I'm really sad that I wasn't able to go, but you got back the day before we left for Florida. You know how I get before a trip. I usually like to have all my stuff in my lists, and because I got sick, I wasn't able to do any of that. So you went to the show. I really wish I could have gone because it sounds awesome, and I am very hopeful that more places like this will continue to pop up.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience than going to an alcohol bar. There's none of that being served there, so it's a different vibe. I mean, everybody was very chill, but it was perfect music for that setting.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So you did that, and then we flew to Florida, and what did we do in Florida?
Well, we went to Florida to visit family. That was the main thing, but while we were there, it just so happened that Josh Heinrichs was performing alongside Joe Samba and Fortunate Youth in Cocoa. Cocoa is only 20 minutes away from where we were staying. We're like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna go to that. And then Josh is so cool. He hooked us up and put us on the guest list.
The only downside was an hour before Josh was supposed to start, the sky just opened up and dumped on everyone. Like, it was raining so hard. Everything was muddy. But we stood out there, in the rain and had a good time. We were soggy, but we had fun.
That's the thing about Florida. If you know Florida, it rains. We were walking through mud, our shoes were getting just wrecked.
Yeah.
But it didn't really matter. I mean, once you got comfortable in that environment, you just have a good time.
We spent some time backstage with Josh, and I was in the mindset where I didn't really care about anything.
If you're hanging out with Josh Heinrichs, you're gonna get lifted.
Yeah,
so we did.
I did not care that I was soaked and muddy. I was having fun. It was good, and he is so nice.
Josh is the man for sure. He did a great job. His set got cut a little short due to the rain.
But Joe Samba also performed after Josh Heinrichs, and we got to talk to him for a little bit, and he's so cool. You want to be friends with Joe Samba. He's a cool guy.
We're trying to get Joe Samba when he comes to Kansas City to get a haircut. It was funny because I mentioned that to him. So when you come to Kansas City, we will do a barbershop interview if you want to. And Joe started asking, are you a barber? He wanted to know if I was the barber. And I said, no, I'm just the one that films it and produces it. The barber's back in Kansas City. He said he needed a barber while he was in town because he had hooked up with Sugar Shack to go do a session on the 2nd of the new year and was struggling to find somebody that could cut his hair because he wanted to get a haircut. I don't know if that ever happened.
I'm sure he found someone.
It's too bad I didn't know how to cut hair because we could have pulled that off. It would have been a great situation to do a haircut and get an interview there, but
yeah,
alas, it didn't work out. But yeah, Joe, if you come to Kansas City, we're still interested in doing a barbershop. We'll get you the haircut and everything there.
Yeah, super cool. And then after the show, something else that was really cool is we went to the Kava Bar, which I know you made a video and already put it out there.
Yeah, it's Island Root Kava Bar.
Yeah, Island Root. Mm-hmm.
The location was in Satellite Beach, but there's multiple locations in Florida. But the Satellite Beach one was only 5 minutes away from where we were staying, and we went and saw Dan Kelly, lead singer of Fortunate Youth, went and did an acoustic set after the show. Small venue, not really overly crowded, good.
No, not at all.
Like the cannabis thing down in Missouri, the Kava Bar does not serve alcohol. So you're being served kava, which is this drink that kind of chills you out, gets your mouth feeling numb, but it's not like alcohol. You don't get drunk or sloppy. And so the vibes, again, are just different. And
yeah, very chill. And that was my first time trying kava. I remember you buying some when we were in Hawaii, but I was pregnant at the time and I was like, nah, I'm sure skipped out on it. Yeah, for pregnancy. So, but yeah, it was very interesting. I was already very chill. So the kava just made me very chill, not sleepy, but very chill. And then my mouth, tongue, all of that was very numb. That is such a weird side effect.
That's like the main
kava.
noticeable effect you get is like the numbness.
Yeah.
So you're like, what else is happening besides my mouth being numb? But it definitely gets you feeling chill. I mean, like I've had it before and kind of noticed that, but it's very subtle.
Yeah.
So.
Also, you don't really want to talk that much because your whole mouth is numb. So
everybody just shut up and listen to music. That's what this is for. It's perfect.
Y'all got numb mouths, so you can't even talk that well anyways. But
all right, so that was the recap of what was going on. And now we're going to do the song. The song, I'm going first, so I've got my song picked up. Here we go. Check it out.
In San Diego, I got off work every day at round 4. And every single day the road worker next door come home with an 18-pack of Miller High Life. I said my life's headed down a path that's way too sim. A lure I'd prefer not to end up like him. And I'd look up and I'd cringe, but every time I try to change, I say fuck it and binge, that's my life. I've been with you so long, and my love for you so strong, but sometimes it feels so cold, and baby it gets so old, wondering why.
Play the chorus and then we'll go.
I stumble and cry, yeah, my life's occupied by music and liquor.
Okay. Do you know who that was?
was it Wax?
That was Wax.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
of course that was
terrible.
Wax.
Oh, that's what I thought. His voice is very distinct,
Yes. Yeah, but you don't listen to Wax as much as I do, so. But yeah, that was Wax for sure.
but yeah, I thought so. But I don't know the name of the song.
So that song is called Music and Liquor. That was the first song that I heard by Wax. And that came out on Liquid Courage. The album was called Liquid Courage. I believe it was released in 2008. So that would have put me about 19 or 20 years old. Immediately related to that song because it's all about being, your life's occupied by music and liquor, which at the time especially, I mean, everyday drinking. I don't remember how many years exactly it's been. Wax quit drinking. So he's one of those musicians, you know, and you hear it in a lot of these artist songs where they like talk about the struggles with drinking. It's like very apparent in their music that they've got a problem with alcohol. He's one of the ones that quit. So I think it's been several years, which is awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
That song was produced with EOM. I think he was the producer, made the beats and everything. He's since passed away, but in the early days, it was Wax and EOM together. The reason why I picked that song especially, it kind of popped in my mind because before I was into things like the reggae rock type of vibes, I was listening to a lot of hip hop stuff. Wax was right up my alley, and it's so cool to see Wax mixed in with other style that I really like, that we listen to.
Yeah.
He's got collabs with Mahali. He's got Joey Harcum. He's got a song with Joe Samba. He's done a track with Bumpin' Uglies, Little Stranger, and he has a Sugar Shack session. He's not just hip hop. He does all sorts of other stuff. You'll hear like folky, acoustic, almost poppy type stuff. So he's versatile, and it's very cool. I think that he's kind of meshed in with all these other artists that we listen to.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely had his sound. I don't like guessing the wrong artist because you know me. We have like an ongoing joke that for years, every time he'd ask me who sings this song, I would say
Eric Clapton.
Oh yeah, Eric
She
Clapton.
just thought everything was Eric Clapton.
Obviously, I knew it wasn't Eric Clapton, but then it turned into a joke. So it'd be like he'd play me a song like this, and I'd be like Eric Clapton, and then we would just laugh about it because obviously not, but.
It's okay to guess the artist and get it wrong. At least you tried. But you got it right. You knew it was Wax.
Yes.
I was gonna give you some hints too if you didn't. I was like, there's a sticker here. We got the album down here.
No, I
didn't wear my Wax shirt because that would have been too obvious. But.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play you my song. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
I'd rather climb a damn tree, but they cut them down to build the city where I can't even hear myself think, and then they wonder why we don't feel so pretty. They'll make you pay for water, they tax the land, climate's getting hotter. I don't understand how we still haven't learned that creatures like us don't belong in the suburbs.
Trying to guess that last line.
Yeah.
Don't belong in the suburbs. Does anybody really belong in the suburbs?
I feel like you already know who it is.
I know who it is because you've suggested this to me, and I'm pretty sure I listened to that song and liked it right off the bat. Sara Beth is the artist.
Yep.
Yep.
The song is called Suburbs.
Suburbs.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it's thought-provoking. It kind of reminded me of that song, They Paved Paradise and Put Up a Parking Lot.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about, I want to climb a tree, but
Yeah.
they cut them all down.
Right. Absolutely. And how we weren't meant to be stacked on top of one another, and a lot of people's lives are consumed with
Yeah.
being inside on computers, things of that nature. So it's kind of touch grass. This song is about touching grass. Get outside. But let me tell you a little bit about Sara Beth. She was on American Idol in 2023. She was an artist, obviously, before then, went on American Idol to kind of get her name out there. But she made it through the audition stage. I guess it was just too hard with her kids, so she left, but has continued to make music, has several new songs out. I like her vibe. She seems really cool. She's from Sacramento, California. So Sara Beth, pop folky, whatever you want to call it. Online, she says she describes herself as all over the place. So that's my song, Sara Beth, Suburbs.
I dig it. I'll definitely listen to that again.
Do you have a question for me? Question, huh?
Let's get to the question. The question is
of the
relevant
day.
because... Sing it again, one more time.
Question of the day.
Somebody's going to need to mix that up. I'm going to need to get some instrumentals to that, and we'll put that in as a segment. We're just going to ask each other a question, and I'll go first since I did the song first. Because it's a new year, what goal or thing are you most looking forward to in 2025?
It's kind of funny because I'm wearing the hat for Weekend at Wolfie's, which will be High Hopes this year, but I have been looking forward to High Hopes. So that's something that's, we're planning for in June. We'll head out to Pennsylvania and hang out with Bumpin' Uglies and everyone that's going to be there, which looks like it's going to be just great music all the days. So actually it's going to be hard because last time we were there, we had to pick times to go back to our campsite and get lunch or grab food, which it's all really close together. But this year, looking at it, it's going to be hard to figure out, well, when are we going to get lunch? Because we want to be back at the stage to watch so-and-so.
And since this will be the second time we've been, we know the setup, so we could probably have a better game plan of how do we be prepared, maybe try to cook less and just have like ready to go food so that we can hang out there. And what's really nice about that festival is it's small. It's a small scale festival, but it has a more intimate vibe. People have described it as like a family reunion. We'll see how it compares to last year.
Our kids also really want to go back.
Yeah, the kids loved it. It was perfect for their age,
Yeah.
They could go there. There's other festivals that we could take them to, which might be just too much, too many big names at once and lots of back and forth between stages.
Yeah.
And that environment's not necessarily like the best setup for bringing your kids along.
Yeah. So, are you ready for your question?
All right, what's your question?
My question for you is, what's one thing you're really good at that most people wouldn't guess?
What am I good at? Oh, so many things to choose from here. So many, just countless things I'm good at. I don't know. I feel like I'm good at being a dad. Maybe that's one of the first things.
I don't think that would surprise anyone though. But
Yeah, I don't want to get into all the things that we do in our personal lives, but there's a lot of things that are
Yes.
built around doing things together with the kids and as a family.
yeah.
That's like pretty much central to everything. It's almost hard to do stuff without the whole family for us because we do everything together all the time. The kids, as much as possible, they want to experience the same sort of things. I want them to have the experiences. I don't know. What else am I good at?
I was thinking when I wrote this, you're a really good writer, and not just the stuff you write for work, for your day job, but sometimes you'll write out raps. And I know you get super picky about how you rap it, but
I don't like the way I sound when I'm trying to make music vocally, so yeah.
I think you sound fine, but you're just a little harder on yourself. But your lyrics are always really good. What you write out is always really thought-provoking and interesting, and then also kind of funny. So
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I always enjoy when you write out something and you're like, I wrote this out and do you want to listen to it? And I always do, because I think that's a really cool skill and you're very good at it. I can't write shit. You've seen my writing skills.
Yeah.
Not good. So yeah.
I think I'm pretty good at writing.
You are. You're very good. And you're also a great dad. And there's other talents that we're not mentioning, but also very good at. So anyways, so that's it.
Yeah, that was the podcast, the first one of 2025.
Woo!
We're a little rusty, I think, on a format and kind of keeping it fluid. So thank you for bearing with us as we figured it out again and all the things we talked about. But yeah, if you like it, follow along, subscribe, whatever you see on the platform you use, and we appreciate you guys checking this out. The Highly Recommended Podcast, signing off. Peace.